very warm welcome to the audiobook version of You Don't Have To, written and narrated by me, Bradley Charbonneau. The full title of the book is You Don't Have to Intermittent Fast, Meditate, or Write a Book. A 17-hour journey to clarity, courage, and confidence. If you're listening to this on a podcast or watching it on YouTube, you've arrived at my experiment with different audio distribution channels. I'll be releasing one chapter as an episode each week. If you enjoy the weekly slow and steady drip into your eardrums, awesome. But I'd also like to let you know that you can purchase the full audiobook direct by going to my website at bradleycharbonneau.com/YDHT. And if you choose to go the direct route, you can use the coupon code ATHENS to get a 25% discount. Speaking of discounts, that's one reason I'm doing this whole podcast and YouTube experiment. If you would allow me to indulge you just a moment into the world of audiobook publishing, I'd like to share with you a little secret about the industry. I'm a bit of a rare bird in that I both write and narrate my own books. In that way, I don't have to share the royalties with anyone else. Keep that in mind as I freak you out with numbers. As you can probably imagine, audiobooks take an extraordinary amount of work, time, performing and/or narrating experience, technical expertise to get the files just right, and then wrapping it all together into a perfect package. Let me cut to the chase of my experiment. Royalties. When I distribute my audiobooks through the regular channels, there are several parties to take a cut. Those cuts can add up to as much as 85%. To be clear, they all get 85%, and I get 15%. There's a new sheriff in town now, and I can cut out most of those middle partners and deliver my audiobooks to you directly. I use a service called PayHip for the payment processing. They take 5%, and then BookFunnel to deliver the audiobook. It's delivered through their own app, also called BookFunnel. And to be clear, in order to get my audiobook directly in this way, you do need to use the BookFunnel app to get my book. I use the app myself, and it's a perfectly good audiobook app. That's royalties. Another reason for this experiment is that this was a surprise book for me. A surprise in the sense of surprisingly awesome. I'll explain more in the preface of this book, but in a nutshell, it started out as a bit of a pet peeve of mine, or almost as a joke. But then it grew, it evolved, and then, as the subtitle says, it has become a toolbox, a roadmap, a treasure map for you towards a 17-hour journey to clarity, courage, and confidence. Those are big claims. Each one of them, clarity, courage, and confidence on its own is already pretty powerful. But I'm suggesting here that you can have all three and have at least a little bit more of each one of them after just 17 hours, from 4 p.m. to 9 a.m. Kind of cool, right? I think so. There you have it, my dear audio listener. My reasoning behind this audio experiment with producing the book as a podcast and as a YouTube channel. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy it. Keep creating. Bradley Charbonneau.